52 analysts on the call, 19,000 employees waiting for direction. The stock moved 3.2% before you finished your opening statement. You are the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. Your words move markets. Your decisions reshape industries. Your name is discussed in rooms you will never enter. You didn't start here. You started in a one-bedroom apartment with a laptop and an idea nobody believed in. Every level between that apartment and this earnings call cost something you didn't know you were paying. Level 1. Indie founder. You are 24. Your office is your kitchen table. Your team is you. Your product exists on a laptop and nowhere else. You have $11,400 in savings. That is your runway. Not months of runway. That is all of it. Every expense is subtracted from that number manually. In a spreadsheet you check 3 times a day. You build the product yourself. You write the code. You design the landing page. When the site crashes at 1 a.m., you fix it in your underwear with cold coffee and no one to call. You send 214 cold emails in your first month. 11 people respond. 3 take a call. None of them buy. You adjust the pitch. You send 300 more. 1 person pays $49 a month. You screenshot the Stripe notification at 11:47 p.m. and stare at it. You don't celebrate. You just exhale. That $49 is the first proof that the idea isn't just yours anymore. It belongs to the market now. Your girlfriend covers rent that month. She doesn't say anything about it. You notice. You file it as temporary. You tell her it's temporary. Cost. You trade stability for a bet. The bet has no guarantee, no timeline, and no one backing it but you. If you've ever been at this level, you already know. Drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. Level 2. First team revenue hits $23,000 a month. Not consistent. Some months it's $14,000. One month it spikes to $38,000. But enough that you can no longer do everything alone. You hire 2 people. Your first employee is a developer who could make more anywhere else. He joins because he believes in what you're building. You don't forget that. You shouldn't. Now there are salaries. $4,200 and $3,800 per month. Every 2 weeks, you check the account before payroll runs. The balance has to be clear. It always does. Barely. You lose your first customer. Not because the product failed, because you were too slow to respond. You learn that customers don't leave when things break. They leave when no one answers. You fire someone for the first time. It takes you 4 days to decide and 6 minutes to do it. You rehearse the conversation in the shower. It doesn't go the way you rehearsed it. After he leaves, you sit in the empty office for 20 minutes. You don't feel powerful. You feel like you just made someone's Tuesday the worst day of their month. Your girlfriend asks when things will slow down. You say soon. You both know you're lying. Cost. You trade being liked for being responsible. People depend on you now. That weight doesn't leave. Level 3. Real company revenue crosses $200,000 a month. You have 22 employees. There are departments now. Engineering, sales, support, people with titles. A small office with your name nowhere on it, which is how you prefer it. You raise your first round. $2.4 million. It takes 47 meetings over 5 months. 44 investors passed. 3 say yes. You sign the term sheet in a conference room that smells like dry erase markers and old carpet. You don't celebrate. You just move from owning 100% of something small to owning 68% of something that now has a clock on it. Investors bring expectations, monthly reports, growth targets, burn rate reviews. You are no longer building at your own pace. You are building on a timeline someone else set. Your role changes. You stop writing code. You stop answering support tickets. You sit in meetings. You review dashboards. You manage people who manage other people. The work you loved, building the thing, is now done by others. Your job is to make sure they do it well. That transition is harder than anything you've built. You come home at 9:40 on a Wednesday. Your girlfriend is already asleep. Her book is open on the nightstand. You close it for her and mark the page. You realize you don't know what she's reading. You don't remember the last time you asked. Cost. You trade doing the work you love for directing the work you used to love. The product is no longer yours. the company is. This is where most founders either break through or burn out. If you're building something right now, send this to someone who needs to hear it. They won't thank you now. They will later. Level 4. Scaled operations. Revenue hits $14 million annually, then $26 million. You have 140 employees across 3 offices, a CFO, a VP of engineering, a head of sales who sends you a weekly report you read on Sunday mornings. The company runs for 48 hours without you. That used to be impossible. Now it's standard. It doesn't comfort you. It unsettles you. The thing you built no longer needs you the way it used to. Your first PR crisis. A data issue affecting 11,000 users. You brief the team in 30 minutes. Legal, comms, engineering. The response goes out in 4 hours. The story disappears in 2 days. No one outside the company remembers. You remember. Board meetings now, 4 times a year. You present to people who control your future with questions. You learn to answer precisely. You learn that confidence is a deliverable, not just a feeling. You miss your daughter's first steps. Your wife texts you a video. You watch it in the back of an Uber between meetings. You replay it 4 times. You save it. You don't cry. You just go quiet for the rest of the ride. At home, conversations become updates. How was your day? Fine. How was yours? Busy. You are becoming a summary of yourself. Cost. You trade closeness for scale. The company grows. The distance between you and everything else grows with it. Level 5. Market leader. Revenue passes $120 million. 800 employees. You're on the cover of an industry magazine. You don't read the article. Your comms team approved every word before it was printed. You have a chief of staff. Your calendar is managed entirely by other people. Every meeting is 30 minutes. Every conversation has an agenda. Spontaneity becomes something that happens to other people. You speak at conferences. 2,000 people in the room. You deliver the keynote without notes. Controlled, precise. The applause lasts 11 seconds. You feel nothing. You have trained yourself to feel nothing in front of audiences, because emotion is a variable you cannot afford. Competitors study your moves. Analysts write reports about your strategy. Recruiters call your executives weekly. You build retention packages to keep the people you can't lose. Some of them leave anyway. Your wife files for divorce on a Thursday. She doesn't do it out of anger. She does it out of clarity. She says, "I'm not leaving you. You left 5 years ago." You don't argue. Not because she's wrong, because you don't have the evidence to prove otherwise. You sleep in a hotel that night, not because you have to, because it's familiar. Cost. You trade the person you were for the person the company needs. You cannot be both. You chose. Level 6. Major corporation. Revenue crosses $800 million. 4,200 employees across 6 countries. You interact with government officials. You testify in a regulatory hearing. 35 minutes. Every word prepared. You give nothing unrehearsed. Your decisions affect supply chains in 3 countries. A factory closure in one city makes the local news. You don't watch. Your team sends you the summary. You move to the next item. Your net worth crosses $40 million. You feel nothing about it. Money stopped being a measure of success 3 levels ago. Now it's a measure of optionality. And you don't exercise most of your options because you don't have time. Your daughter is 11. She asks you what you do. You explain it. She nods politely. You realize she doesn't understand, and she stopped trying to. You take her to dinner, just the 2 of you. You leave your phone in the car. It is the hardest thing you do all month. Cost. You trade presence for power. The world sees a leader. Your daughter sees a visitor. Level 7. Public company IPO. $3.2 billion valuation. The bell rings. Your face is on a screen in Times Square. You smile because cameras require it. Inside, you feel the weight of 9,400 employees, 140,000 shareholders, and a market that will judge you every 90 days for as long as you hold this seat. Quarterly earnings become performance. 52 analysts on the call. Every pause is interpreted. You learn to speak a language designed to communicate direction without ever committing to specifics. You become fluent in ambiguity. Your stock drops 12% on a Tuesday because of a guidance revision. You lose $74 million in personal net worth in a single day. You conduct the 4 p.m. all-hands call without referencing it. Your voice doesn't change. The team doesn't know. They can't know. The board brings in an activist investor, 7.1% stake. They want 2 seats. You negotiate. It takes 5 months. You keep 1 seat from them. It costs you a strategic concession you'll feel for 3 years. You eat dinner alone most nights. Room service. Hotels in cities you don't explore. You have a driver, an assistant, a chief of staff, and a security detail. None of them know your middle name. You don't know theirs. Cost. You trade anonymity for accountability. Your name is public. Your failures are public. Your loneliness is private. Level 8, Fortune 500, $18.6 billion in revenue, 31,000 employees, operations on 4 continents. A single decision you make on a Monday restructures 1,200 jobs by Friday. You meet with heads of state. You sit in rooms where policy is shaped before it's announced. You speak and industries adjust. A call comes in on a Saturday morning, 3 people on the line, 14 minutes. $4.8 billion in capital reallocated. No recording, no transcript. You hang up. You pour coffee. You sit on your back porch and listen to nothing for 6 minutes. It is the only unscheduled time you've had in 9 days. You think about the kitchen table, the $49 Stripe notification, the girlfriend who covered rent, the video of your daughter's first steps, still saved on a phone you no longer use. You traded privacy for influence, relationships for reach, presence for power. Every year you stayed, you chose again. The trade-offs compounded accordingly. If you made it here, you're not casual. You're paying attention. Subscribe. I don't make content for everyone. I make it for the ones who stay to the end. Somewhere right now, in a 1-bedroom apartment, a 24-year-old opens a laptop. His savings account shows $8,700. He has no team, no investors, no proof it works.